For many Indians, the dream of reaching the United States is fueled by hope. Hope for a better life, stable jobs, and promising future. Families sell their land, take loans, and put everything on the line, and that too just to give their loved ones a shot at success abroad. But what happens when these dreams turn into a nightmare? When instead of opportunity, they are met with handcuffs, chains, and public humiliation. Let's dwell into the story now. On February 5, 2025, a US military aircraft carrying one of four deported Indian migrants landed in Amritsar, marking one of the most controversial deportations in the history. These 79 men and 25 women, mostly from Gujarat, Punjab, Haryana, Maharashtra, and Uttar Pradesh, had risked everything to reach the United States. But instead of a life of success, they were treated like criminals, shackled for nearly 24 hours and flown back in chains like prisoners of a war. The story of these deported migrants are heartbreaking. Many had paid crores to the agents who promised them a safe and legal passage to the US. In fact, one Gujarati family paid 1 crore rupees for an illegal journey, expecting their loved ones to secure a stable life in America. Another family from Amritsar sold 1.5 acres of land and spent approximately 42 lakh rupees to send their nephew to the US through Mexico. Now, these people weren't criminals. They just chose the wrong path. They were victims of a broken system, deceived by human traffickers and illegal immigration network. They risked their saving, their land, and even their lives only to be captured, detained, and thrown onto a military plane like a cargo. But there are so many rumors about so many things. Let's get to the fact, were they really shackled? Well, the US Border Patrol's treatment of Indian migrants has sparked global outrage. Viral images on social media show deportees handcuffed and restrained, looking like dangerous convicts. While some fact-checkers actually claim that these photos were from Guatemala, many deportees, including Jaspal Singh, a person who was on the plane, confirmed that they were shackled throughout the flight. He said that our hands and legs were cuffed. We couldn't move, we couldn't even go to the washroom without difficulty. We were only unshackled after landing in Amritsar. So basically, this was a shocking revelation that came forward. This inhuman treatment of ordinary Indian workers and students raises serious questions about human rights violation. Since when did dreaming of a better life become a crime? Now coming back to the original one. Why is the US using military plane for deportation? Let's get to that. Now, the use of military aircraft for deportation is highly unusual and extremely expensive. Deporting migrants through commercial flights costs around 55,000 per person, while using C-17 military aircraft costs nearly 4.1 lakh rupees per person. Then, why is Donald Trump insisting on using military transport? The answer is simple: political optics. Trump has repeatedly called illegal immigrants criminals and aliens, pushing fear narratives to justify inhuman treatment. By shackling deportees and loading them onto a military plane, he is trying to send a clear message of strength and strict immigration policy, all while dehumanizing people who simply want a chance at a better life and who were caught in illegal smuggling. But let me tell you, this isn't just about enforcing immigration law. It's also about public humiliation. Trump wants the world to see these images and believe that he is cleaning up America, when in reality he is punishing the most vulnerable ones. This mass deportation happened just days before PM Narendra Modi's scheduled visit to Washington, where immigration is expected to be a key discussion point. So, the biggest question is, why is India not standing up against its own citizens? Why isn't the Indian government condemning the use of shackles on its people? Why is there no action against the agents who deceive and exploit desperate families? And lastly, why are deported migrants being treated like criminals when they are the victim of a global immigration crisis? India has always stood up for human dignity and justice. Now it is time for the government to demand accountability from the US administration. Deportation should not mean humiliation. If other countries can protest the use of military planes for deportation, why is India remaining silent? Well, illegal immigration is indeed a very dangerous and devastating gamble. Many who are attempting the journey never return. Some die in the jungles of Panama, while others drown trying to cross into the United States. Those who survive are often caught, detained, and sent back in the most humiliating way possible. Moreover, I want to shed some light that we do not promote illegal immigration. We also agree that legal migration is the only pathway of the global opportunity that they can get in the United States. But why do people take this risk of their life? The answer is lack of jobs in India, false promises by immigration agent, unrealistic expectations of life in America, and family pressure to settle abroad. The real solution is not mass deportation. It is creating better opportunity within India. Instead of settling their land to escape, people should have the option to succeed here only. Deporting illegal migrants is one thing, but treating them like criminals is simply unacceptable. These people were not terrorists, they were not smugglers. They were simply dreamers who fell into the trap of traffickers. They deserve justice, not humiliation. The Indian government must step up and ensure that no Indian citizen is ever shackled and treated like a criminal again. If we allow this inhumane treatment to continue, more migrants will return in chains and the cycle of exploitation and deception will never end. So, what do you think? Is shackling and humiliating deportees justified? Should India demand an apology from the US for the way its citizens were treated? Share your thought in the comments and spread awareness.